Good morning, fellow campers, or if you're not with our barn, good morning, fellow Jorvegian. I explained in my last video that we were immensely busy with planning our first ever pony camp, which has in fact already taken place in the second week of July. But I thought it would be fun to make a little after movie, which was also requested a lot by our fellow campers. Our pony camp took place between the mountains of Figgrove on the Starshine Ranch, owned by the Petersons. They were kind enough to accommodate us all and bring us a weekend full of activities completely in Western style. They actually rent their accommodation and horses out for lesson barns, friend groups, and even movies, so it's definitely fun to try it out for yourself one day. The theme of the pony camp was of course Western riding, which made a great look with all our campers dressed to the part, including us. Lorenzo and I went there a day earlier just to meet up with their horse trainer, and we talked about every horse they had so we could make a schedule combining each rider with the perfect horse for them. Then Lorenzo and I were appointed our horses. Lorenzo's horses for the weekend were Orbit and the amazing Whiskey River, while my horses were Buck and Venus. The first day was all about introductions. We got a tour of the barn, told some house rules, and arranged the beds. Everyone got settled in, and it was time to show everyone to their horses for the weekend. We had some ponies, mustangs, quarters, and even a Clydesdale. As the first day was about introductions, we went ahead with an agility course for our first lesson. Everyone was excited and got some instructions by Lorenzo, who even had a try himself to show them how it was done. At least that was the point he was trying to make.
Bring me into golden sunlight. If I'm going with you, I know we'll get to the other side. Sinking in, I know this feels right. Catching a breeze, love moving through me like a wildfire, like a wildfire. Never the same. Never you calling my name, I'm taking my sweet time. Hey, whatever the plan, I know I'm holding the best of me out of my hand. I know you always understand. Bring me into golden sunlight. If I'm going with you, I know we'll get to the other side. Sinking in, I know catching a breeze, love moving through me like a wildfire, like a wildfire.
Then it was time to put all the horses back and get together for lunch. Of course, they all had to muck out their horses' stable and paddocks, but after that, it was time again for some fun activities. We went apple picking for later, but PonyCamp is no PonyCamp without a pony makeover. So of course, the white and grey horses were the victims of our shenanigans. One photo shoot later and the horses were pain-free again, but they did get rewarded with some fresh picked apples. After dinner, we enjoyed a show of barrel racing and pole bending, which just showed our riders the activities for the next day. But the day wasn't over yet, because who doesn't love a bonfire? Day 2 started early because morning chores don't sleep in. Feeding, taking out the horses, and setting the table, followed by their own well-deserved breakfast. After everyone got ready for the day, we went into the arena and got a quick explanation on barrel racing and pole bending before being able to try it for ourselves. So the kids stacked up their horses, had a trial run, and after some tips and tricks, they got the hang of it. But maybe I should have laughed a little softer, because then they wanted me to try it. Which is when I found out that it looks way easier than it actually was. We took care of the horses, mucked their stable out again, and then had some lunch. But rest was something that they didn't get as much because the next activity was already planned for after lunch. What was planned to be an hour-long treasure hunt ended up being somewhat delayed by some escaped sheep. So, after approximately 2.5 hours, the campers returned back to the ranch and finally got their well deserved break. Of course, after dinner, it was time again for a horsey activity. Our younger campers had a fun, tactless game night with Lorenzo, while our oldest campers had a racy trail ride where I accidentally got a bit lost and made us late again. Luckily, our youngest campers helped us get checked off and the horses fed before we had yet again another bonfire with some stories of old folklore from the Fig Grove Mountains. Our last day went from start with some dark clouds and eventually a lot of rain, which was a real bummer as that meant that the trails were pretty muddy, so we had to change our plans for the day. While Lorenzo and I were puzzling some activities together, the kids took care of the horses in the rain. Then we announced a change of plans during breakfast and got some kids to help us set up the arena. Instead of an adventurous trail ride, we had a lesson in coordination, bending, and a lot of trot pulls. It was safe to say that the kids were bummed out, but they did eventually like the activities and some were harder than they thought, so at least they learned some more things. After the ride, it was time to take care of your horse for the last time before heading to lunch and packing your stuff, because the camp had already come to an end. The weekend went so quickly and we all wished it was longer, but as it was our first ever pony camp, we didn't want to jump the gun and overdo it. But at least we know now that we can expand our camp for the next year. So we hope to see you there again, or we hope to see you in the after movie. We hope you have a great summer. We will be taking a little break as it is summer vacation, but we hope to see you in a few weeks.